Let's go, Niners. I'm fired up. Are you fired up? The 49ers just lit the sky on fire on Monday Night Football. Unbelievable win against the Los Angeles Rams. Here we are, 49er faithful, and I am talking to the faithful, those of you that were like me pregame believing that this could happen. If you are here to celebrate, please hit that like button down at the bottom of the screen so that we can amplify this message and get more and more 49er faithful in here. Noble coming in, recognizing the dub early on, knew it was coming. Come on Friday, says, where has this effort been all year? Glad to see it show up regardless. Bebop Jones, Kittle down the middle. Yes, indeed. AJB, nice win. Ryu, did y'all see Kittle blow up Von Miller? Hell yeah. Man, what a win for the San Francisco 49ers. Complete domination against the Los Angeles Rams from start to finish, coming out and just out physicaling the LA team. Yeah, that's not a word, but I'm using it here anyway because the San Francisco 49ers manhandled the Los Angeles Rams. They were all over it early. AJB talking about OBJ already got some beef with that staff. I heard he's already requested a trade out of LA. Greg Thames coming in. Let's go Niners. We needed this, faithful. We absolutely needed this. I needed this. I was having a bad personal day, a dark day, and I didn't think I could actually deal with a 49ers loss. One that felt like it would end the season. But no, the 49ers did not lose that game. The 49ers came out to win. I mean, 4th and 5, I was thinking to myself, Kyle, you should probably punt that. We're up 17. There's no need to, get a little. But no, he goes for it. Debo to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Unbelievable. Greg points out, yes, indeed, not fancy. Just run the ball. Just run the damn ball, 49ers. If you're here and you're happy, do me a favor and hit the like button. Let's get this thing cranking and let's amplify this message out to more of the faithful. We are definitely going to enjoy the victory. Francisco saying, finally, after so many weeks of disappointing play, even the victory against Chicago came with the yeah, but this was the Rams. This was a demolition of the Rams. Unbelievable. McVay has been owned. No question. Jesse, let's freaking go. Let's get this thing hype. I mean, across the board, the San Francisco 49ers absolutely destroyed the Rams. They rushed the ball for more than 40 attempts. More than 40 rushing attempts. It's unbelievable. And somehow Trey Sermon got 0 of those attempts. But I digress. Unbelievable game. Elijah Mitchell is just running people over. Debo Samuel, just the most physical wide receiver in the game. I mean, just a bully. A true bully. Michael M. coming in, same intensity. Really, same run-to-pass intensity and play calling. Amazing intensity. Absolutely. Gerson coming in, go Niners, baby. Feels good. It feels great. Nathan Dickey, good win indeed. The 49ers win was huge. Rich point now, big game, running game. Yes, indeed. AJB is already hitting the like button to get it up the charts, get more people in to celebrate this damn fine 49ers victory. Thank God got that dub tonight, Devin says. Yes, I didn't think I could take it if the 49ers weren't able to get this. The defense, Jimmy Ward. How about Jimmy Ward? The man goes his entire career only getting 2 interceptions, and then on the first 2 possessions tonight, goes ahead and chalks up 2 of them. 1 for a pick 6. Can you say Jimmy Ward, ladies and gentlemen? John, let's go. Yes, indeed. Smooth Truckin' is in the chat. Niner faithful, Rob. I knew he could do it. So proud of my Niners. Yes, indeed. Brandon coming in. You know I'm a Colts fan. I'm going to carve it in your brain. You see what happens when you run the ball. Jimmy get to breathe and make plays. Defense came through. Yes, the 49ers, when they run the ball, when they stick to their identity, are absolutely a dominant team in doing it. It looks like we've got super chats in. I've got to get them in. You know it's a priority. George, that looked easy. This was the team I thought we were, George. I thought this was the San Francisco 49ers of 2021. I expected a defense that would be able to get after opposing quarterbacks. I expected a defense that would be able to force turnovers, get off the field, and an offense that played complementary football, running the ball down teams' throat, out physicaling people, physically dominating other teams, and then that's setting up the defense to come in and do exactly what they did tonight. Unbelievable. Devin coming in, that in between the legs butt interception. Keep that kind of effort going. Yes, the shark, K1 Williams with the crazy, it didn't count because he got called for PI, but who cares? Crazy in between the legs interception that should have counted for style points. I mean, come on, refs. You got to keep that one in there. It's just unbelievable. But this was really what I needed to see. William Bennett, Debo was most certainly taking chains. He was snatching chains. Did you all see that chain he was wearing on the sideline toward the end? I mean, all the 49ers deserved to celebrate this win. They absolutely earned this. They earned this. Jimmy Ward for MVP. I'm with you, AJB. Javier, same thing. Where have these Niners been? I think all of us are thinking that, but hey, they are here now. They are here now, and TC49er is right. The playoff window is open again. Let's go. The 49ers are a half game out of the 7th seed as it sits right now at 4-5. They play the Jacksonville Jaguars next in Jacksonville. Very important game. Cannot be taken lightly, but definitely one that the 49ers are capable of winning. They still have the Vikings and the Falcons, who sit at 4-5 with them, on the schedule. They can beat them themselves and not have to rely upon those teams losing other games. The big question mark for me is Carolina. Now that they've brought in Cam Newton, will they be a serious contender? Can that defense hold up to what it flashed earlier in the season? That's going to be the tricky one for me. I had it early that 7th seed would be a run towards the end with the Vikings, the Panthers, and the 49ers, and right now that's looking like a good prediction. Joe coming in, Joe Bidio coming, needed that all year. Let's bring this intensity to Jacksonville. Great win, boys. Indeed. Interrupts. Rob, we won. Let's go. Man, that feels good, 49er faithful. I cannot believe how physical this 49er team looked. George Kittle looked like he could kill a man tonight. He had that look in his eyes. Violence. Violence from that man. I love it. I love it. Juice was all over the place. Armchair QB1. Welcome back, Jimmy Ward. At last, they played clean and didn't hurt themselves. Hey, a few false start penalties, too many, but I'm not complaining because this is a dub, and this goes down as a celebration indeed. Brian Culp, one game at a time, Rob. Let's go, 49ers. We beat LA. Yes, let's celebrate this one right now. Adam Power, let's go, baby. Let us celebrate this victory. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Make sure to put your thoughts into the chat so that I can get them out here for everybody to see. Rick coming in at Rob. We're the other guy that said he would shave his head if the Niners won. Get those razors out, my friends. Yes, I said I would, so now I'm going down to a 0 from the half down to the 0. Thank God I didn't say I'd shave my beard. Like I said, I've had this thing for 13 and a half years. I can't shave it based on a 49ers win. Yes, anyone who doubted, where are you now? Those of us that had faith coming in, had the hope, are thrilled. And I'm sure those that doubted are thrilled too. And let's be real, you're welcome back. I mean, if you were off the train, get back on the train. Just go ahead, hop back on. There's plenty of room for you. Texas Niner coming in. Debo, you knocked them the heck out. Yes, he did. Debo absolutely trucked people today. Jason Walsh finally played with some heart, finally played physically, and finally played a full 60 minutes of football. Man, here's to you, 49ers. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious indeed. Nasser, this was incredible, Rob. Whole family is jumping up and down. Wild card, here we come. Yes, Niner faithful. Me, my father, my brother, we were on the group chat, living it up, having a blast, enjoying this victory, celebrating the physical nature of trucking the LA Rams. It feels good. Adam Power, good to see the team respond this way. Hopefully, they keep that energy and execution going forward. It's critical. This is a step in the right direction. The 49ers absolutely need to keep this momentum up. 49ers First Takes. I'm going to be on 49ers First Takes tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern. See you then, Aaron. Absolutely. You might be a little positive. I might be a little positive. Everybody's going to be feeling positive after this one. That is for sure. Join us tomorrow on 49ers First Take channel at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 Eastern. Interrupts. They need to look at this game and use this as motivation for the rest of the season. Yes, this is what happens when you play with that level of heart, with that level of conviction, with that level of physical dominance. This is what happens when you stick to the run game, when you get to your strength, when you lean on your identity. This is what happens, 49ers. Look back on this and remember. Matthew Scott coming in, breaking the Levi Stadium curse. 393 days. Done. We have a victory, 49er faithful. Go Niners. Nice call out, Matthew. We got a super chat. William in here. Who still wants Matt at QB? LOL. Yeah, a lot of people falling off of the Matthew Stafford train at this moment. It has looked rough for him a couple of games. I still think he's a talented quarterback, but man, Jimmy Ward's trash talk is amazing at this point in time. The way in which he said Matthew Stafford was who we always said he was in Detroit, wasn't winning in the playoffs. I don't know what the difference is now that he's with LA. He's throwing to the same guys they've had for the last couple of years. Jimmy Ward talked trash and backed it the F up. I mean, he absolutely laid it down in the offseason. In case you didn't see it, and it was an interview by Grant Cohn. It was a great interview. Jimmy went off, and Jimmy delivered today, my friends. Jimmy came through in the clutch. Look at this, AJB. Maybe John York showing up lit a fire on this team. It could be. He's a soft-spoken dude, so I have a hard time imagining that, but I'll take whatever it is. John, you better be at practice this week, bud. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Deebo Samuel, who? Yeah, it's about time, Cash. Isn't it about time that Aaron Donald learns Deebo Samuel's name at this point? I think it's fair to say that Deebo has proven his worth time and time again against this Rams team. Perhaps Aaron Donald ought to show some respect. Thomas, I think it's a return of 85. George Kittle. Jimmy seems to trust him implicitly. Great TD snag. Yes, indeed. It was an amazing game. Amazing catch. Everybody seemed to have it tonight. Moss coming in. We're still up against the wall. Everything matters. Yes, can't let off the gas here. This is absolutely the first step of many steps that need to be taken. Celebrate this win tonight, faithful. We earned this celebration, goddammit. But remember that it's then on to Jacksonville. That's how the Niners have to treat this one. Jason Walsh, bye-bye to the Levi's curse. Take it on out of here, at least for now, until we lose a few there, and then we'll bring it back and talk about it. But we have broken it. against LA. That's all I care about. All I care about. Armchair QB1 laughing out. Hufanga. Great call out, Javier. Hufanga was running around again like a chicken with his head cut off, but he was in the right positions this time. That when he hit that receiver right as the ball, I mean, just great play. Rick Muniz calling out the pancake block by Kittle on Von Miller. Yes, I did. I will be watching that again. I'm going to see this game 3-4 times. Let me on repeat. Let me just watch it back to back because that was freaking fun. David, thank you for the super chat. Means a great deal. Debo bouncing off of defenders. Loved it. That man is a beast, David. That man is a beast. He truly does what he says in snatching chains. It is unreal what that man has been able to do on the field. Just unreal. Orbital Death needed this type of win so badly. Great game plan. Yes. Execution. Yes. Focus the entire 16 minutes and intensity. Leo, I couldn't agree more, man. That was a fantastic game. It was absolutely a great game plan. They executed on it flawlessly. They just physically dominated. They stayed focused throughout. Few things to clean up here and there, but I'm not picking on that right now. And just brought the intensity. It was awesome. Just awesome, Niner faithful. Adam Power, loved how they used Debo out of the backfield tonight. Man, the offense we all expected all years. Mr. Fang, Niners. Indeed. I agree with this, Moss. Every week, Kyle's got to empty the tank. Like, whatever you got back there as trick play, throw it out. Not trick play, but as your, gold plays where you think they're going to go for 7, great. Throw them out there. Absolutely. Jesse, if we play like that, we can compete with anybody. Amen to that. If you play physically like that, you are in every game. Luke, yes, the physical nature of Jeff Wilson's running was insane. Devin coming in with the super chat. First game in a while that I wasn't drinking by halftime. Amen to that. No drinks required tonight. Just celebratory goodness. Absolutely. Man, Stovey. Man, we need that. We needed that. 4x4ing. Am I saying? I'm thinking it's Stovey. If I'm wrong about that, though, Stovey, you got to let me know. If it stands for something else. I'm not always great at reading the letter combinations, right? My reading comprehension, lackluster at times. Ramiro coming in. Got to keep this mentality for the rest of the season. Yes, physical. Jared coming in. Finally, a complete game. It was amazing. Bebop Jones, that's us. What you saw tonight, that's the 49ers team that we all expected to see. That is us. That is our identity. That is who we are. That is how we can beat teams. That is how we can be relevant once again this year. At a bare minimum, 49ers fans, I don't care if you believe it's one game and they got more to prove, but what a weight off of our shoulders to just be able to see the 49ers put it together for a full game, to show the potential that they have and flash the greatness that we need to see, quite frankly, to have faith going into the end of the season, going into next year. These are the kind of games I need to see. I need to see heart, baby. I need to see heart. Orbital Death coming in with the super chat, big time. Orbital Death says, needed a win like this so badly. Solid game plan, had an identity, great execution, and focus. This is the team we've been waiting to see all season. Worth repeating, Orbital Death. Thank you, Leo. Robert coming in. Let's go, Rob. Indeed. Yes. Oh, another super chat. Look at this. 19. What you got on my 40, homie? Yes. Going back to Friday, we have Debo snatching chains. George calling out that Debo is, in fact, robbing people. I mean, stealing their souls and their hearts If you agree with me and you're celebrating, hit the like button for me. Go ahead and amplify that message. Get this thing going. Get the party started, Niners. Let's do this. 40 plus runs. That is unreal. Do you know how rare that is within the NFL? 40 plus freaking runs. Unbelievable. Leo back in with the super sticker to say what's up because we are that fired up. That fired up. Bebop Jones, same old sorry ass Rams. I don't think the Rams are sorry. I think the Niners finally came to play. Finally came to play. But yeah, they did look like the sorry old Rams. Bill Smith, the opponent knows you're going to run, and you still get a big run. That is big time. That is what I talked about in finding your identity and not letting other teams dictate to you what your identity is and how you're going to attack them. This was the San Francisco 49ers dictating to the Rams exactly how they were going to thump them and continue thumping them throughout the game without mercy, without letting up. Amazing. Freaking amazing. Napa coming in. Who saw Booger McFarland say Debo wasn't a number one wide receiver? What a clown. Unbelievable. I didn't hear him say that, but that's a bad take. He might have to retract said statement after that game. Right, Napa? All right, Jason Walsh. Ward is a warrior. Jimmy Ward. Great all-around game from the team in general. Huge game. Shout out to the 49ers defense, offense, George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo, Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell. Everybody came to play tonight. Everybody came to play tonight. Yes, indeed. Costa Mesa, Hugo coming in with the super chat. Kyle showing some emotion tonight. Really helped his team. I thought Kyle was in his bag all night. Costa Mesa, Hugo. Kyle was comfortable, confident, exuberant, excited on the sidelines, physical in his play calling. He just wanted to dominate the Rams. And when he did, he didn't let his foot off of their necks. 4th and 5 at their own 40. No, at the Rams 40, you would think at that point in the game, up 17, that you would punt it and you would pin him inside the 5 and that would be that. But no, Kyle was feeling it tonight. And he throws a frickin' pass on 4th and 5, and Deebo takes it to the house. To the house, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing. Amazing. I am at a loss for words when it comes to Deebo. AJB has hit it on the head. Deebo is the Kaiser Soze of wide receivers. Kaiser Soze. Yes, the stuff of legends, ladies and gentlemen. The stuff of legends. Deebo is having himself a year. A frickin' year. Deebo Samuel. Man, has he earned that next contract. Goodness gracious. Jason Walsh. I wish Kyle would pretend he's going against McVay every week. Kyle is on his toes and at his best. I don't know what it is, whether he knows McVay so well or he just attacks him in a certain way, but it makes you wonder, why couldn't we just sort of run it down everyone's throats like this? Isn't this the game plan we want to pursue every week? Peter Lee coming in. I knew the Niners would win because the Warriors lost yesterday. It was a balancing act. A balancing act. Victor coming in. Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Indeed. Indeed. Here we go. Look at this. Vegeta 7328. No QB controversy. No D'Amico sucks. No loss of identity. Just win. Love it. Keep it up. Yes. Where has this game plan been? Why haven't we been doing this all along? I don't know, but we did it tonight, and that's all I care about, 49er faithful. House of Gela coming in for the super chat. Not excited. We need this consistently. Then maybe there's something to be excited about. I got to beg to differ here. I mean, yes, you are right. We need this consistently. We need this every week. We need this next week, most importantly, against Jacksonville. But goddamn, if that didn't feel good. Damn if I didn't need that personally. Damn if 49er faithful didn't need that win. I think every member of Niner faithful should absolutely take this moment to celebrate the excitement, celebrate the win, and then on to Jacksonville. But I think you do have to celebrate this because this was earned. This was absolutely look the opponent in the eye, smash him in the mouth, and win earned. Bryant Culp, we got to keep this going. No question about it. Victor, I think we all love the win when the Niners run the ball. I love win, I love when, whatever it is. Each one is loved, winning and winning. Chester Gray, I had my mean mug face on all game. Tough, physical. Yes, I was yelling violently at the television tonight. I was very sort of angry, energy ready type of a mood, like fiery, cheering on the defense. Very much what I saw on the field from the 49ers. That same anger, intensity, the physical nature, unbelievable. Ron is dead on here. The locker room needed that big time. Think of all the BS that you have heard recently from media, from us, from the fans. I mean, we were rightfully upset, 49er faithful. And some people still are. And some will say that this, was a one-off win. And maybe it will be. Only time will tell. But we got a big win against a very, very good team that was not missing any pieces, save for Robert Woods, but he's gone for the rest of the year, so nothing they can do about that. With OBJ, with the all-star team, they brought in Von Miller, and it wasn't enough because these Niners just showed that they didn't care. They did not care. Armchair Quarterback showed us what we thought they could look like tonight. Yes, they did. They showed us what we thought they could look like tonight. Kenneth, Jimmy Ward, welcome back. Welcome back, Jimmy. Ooh, we got a Deebo Samuel fan. I'm a Lance supporter, but Jimmy looked good. Definitely deserves to start unless anything changes. I was calling for multiple snaps for Trey Lance tonight. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to make sure he got in the game. I was wrong. I wholeheartedly admit I was wrong. It was absolutely the correct move for Kyle Shanahan to stick with Jimmy all game long. I'm dipping into the chalice now. The victory chalice is here. Oh, it doesn't even want to. There it is. Yes. Yes. My people at Witch Doctor RX got me taken care of with a nice pimp chalice for the victory. Victory celebration. Can't believe we just took that one. Unbelievable, Niner faithful. Unbelievable. Armchair QB1. Hopefully that doesn't only happen under certain stars astronomy. Yes, hopefully it's not a Monday night thing. Hopefully it's not a Rams thing. Hopefully this is turning the corner. Turning the corner. Mr. Fang, who is not a Kyle Shanahan fan at the moment, says, I'll say, great job, Kyle, with 2 in a row. He still traded the future away with 4 losing seasons. So I think that's fair. I think Mr. Fang is saying until we beat Jacksonville next week, which we need to do, he's holding out. I'm not. I'm celebrating this one because I need the celebration, 49er faithful. I need to feel good. Joe talking about that O-line was nasty. Nasty. Even gave Jimmy time. Yes, they did. Debo calling out. This is a great call out. Fred Warner had a nice showing while Azeez bounced back. Also, Talanoa also looked better. Yeah, Fred, I mean, would I like him to have taken down that interception? Yes, but he was playing fast, downhill, hitting hard, wrapping up, and was near the ball on multiple occasions. So I'm forgiving the failed interception attempt there. Doesn't bother me a lick. Azeez Al-Shaair, I mean, flying around the field. Just when he bent his own face mask, throwing a helmet into that guy, just unreal physicality from Al-Shaair. I was very impressed there. And the save for Talanoa. He flies around the field. It is so fun to watch. So fun. Robert talking about they just kicked the Lamb's arse all over the field. Niners hit them in the mouth hard and didn't let up. Amen to that, Robert Davis. Amen to that. Mike Pelton talking about Ryan's game plan was spot on. Yes, indeed. D'Amico Ryans was on it, as was Kyle Shanahan, as was Mike McDaniel. Everybody seemed to be on their stuff. Jesse calling out the ball security. Yes, and turning the ball over. My God, it looked good out there. Ron asking the question, Moore started at right tackle, then was replaced. Yeah, Tom Compton came in. I did not hear whether that was an injury or whether that was purely a performance issue. I'll be interested to hear. Throw it in the chat if you want to, if you get the post-game presser, because obviously I'm not going to be watching the post-game presser. I'm here with you all, but fill me in on anything that comes out on that post-game presser by Kyle Shanahan. Armchair QB1, I mean, just cool. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you for joining the conversation. Thank you for keeping the channel going. I can't thank those of you that joined this dialogue enough. I needed this. I needed a Niners win. I needed to celebrate it with the faithful. Those of you that stick to my channel and appreciate the positivity and feed the positivity back to me, I can't tell you how grateful I am to be involved in a channel that has a dialogue like we do here. I absolutely mean it wholeheartedly. Thank you. Robert talking about Kyle eating it up tonight. Yeah, he snacked on McVay tonight. Chester, snatching chains. My ball, punk. Indeed. Deebo Samuel. TC 49er like the touchdown celebration. I'm assuming the one where he did the hands. I mean, just too much. Deebo, I'm thrilled. Was so happy with that. So happy. I just can't. I cannot convey how happy I am at the moment. I am attempting to. That is what I'm attempting to convey, is my happiness, and I'm struggling to do it because I'm that happy. Mario, Rob, what a game. Let's see that again. Let's watch it 2 or 3 more times. Manny coming in, win versus the Jags, and all of a sudden this 49er team is... This is a 49er team, is a team that the Bucks, Cowgirls, and Packers want to avoid in the playoffs. Yes, let me say that again because I tripped over my own tongue there. You have to forgive me there, Manny. Win versus the Jags, and all of a sudden, the 49ers are a team that the Bucks, Cowgirls, and Packers want to avoid in the playoffs. Yes, we could spoil a lot of people's hopes if we sneak into the playoffs and play like we did tonight. Bryant, winning helps everything, doesn't it? It makes you feel better about those things that we weren't doing so well. It gets you off the schneid. It gets you back into the win column. I am fired up. Thomas Luttrell coming in. I never want to hear Shanahan talk about we can't run against teams who are expecting it again. Thank you. Yes, this proves without a shadow of a doubt that even if you throw 6 D linemen on the line, 8 in the box, I don't care. We're going to run against that. We're going to run against that until you show us that you can stop us consistently, even with those fronts. Because guess what? The Rams couldn't tonight. The Rams are a team, a defense that is built to get after the passer. They are absolutely thriving if they get into 3rd and long. What's the best way to keep them out of 3rd and long? Tire them the hell out by running it down their throats again and again and again, picking up 3, 4, 5 yards a chunk. Getting into 3rd and manageables. I mean, the 49ers crushed it in 3rd down percentage tonight. Crushed it. Crushed it. Indeed. Moss, football is supposed to be fun. They was killing it as a team. Yes. Complete team victory. Complete team win. Everyone being physical, still some things to clean up, not a perfect game, but damn it, I don't care. I am celebrating tonight. Harold coming in with the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate that, Harold. Finally, we got to see real 49er football on Monday Night Football. This is the formula that Shanahan needs to stick with for the rest of the season. Harold, 100% agree with you here. This is the winning formula. This is the 49ers' identity. This is what the 49ers do so well. And if they can stick to this, I think many teams will have a hard time stopping the 49ers. I think absolutely this will flummox teams. They won't know what to do. And look at some of the players we're going to start to get back. It's unbelievable. The Camper Report is in the building. The Camper Report. Jimmy Ward with the 2 picks. Yes, Ben. 2 picks for Jimmy Ward. Everybody talking about Jimmy only having 2 picks in his career. Hey, Harbaugh used to say it, man. It's like a jar of olives. Sometimes they're stuck in the jar, but you get one to pop out. All of a sudden, a bunch of olives come falling out. That was the case for Jimmy tonight. Agree with Luke. Hope Jalen Moore is okay. I haven't heard anything. If you hear an update, please feel free to put it in the chat. I'd like to share that with anyone who's not watching the post game. OBJ, who? 49ers got Debo, NFL MVP, outperformed Cooper Kupp, who's leading the league in yardage, receiving yardage. Unbelievable. Armchair QB1, game ball for Jimmy Ward for sure. I think so. It was that. Those 2 turnovers put the 49ers on a course to this victory. A course to victory. Ryu, how does Brunskill always own Donald but get destroyed by everyone else? I'll take it though. Amen to that. I don't know what in the world that is, but he has his number. He seems to be able to fend off the best defensive tackle in the league, but does struggle elsewhere. The Camper Report comes in. The next 2 games are easy. Do you think we could go 6-5? Absolutely. I'm a believer. I think that this 49ers team is set up to go on a run. I think they can compete with any team left on their schedule. They have one of, if not the easiest remaining schedules according to the NFL. This has changed our outlook on the season. Adam Power. Jimmy stays starting for sure. He's played well 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, had 2 300-yard games in a row, and then tonight's performance. Only missed throw I wanted was on that Jennings incompletion. He had one-on-one deep with Ayuk. I think it was I wanted him to take that, the deep shot to Ayuk. Yeah, it looked like he just threw high to Jennings, or maybe that was the one that was high and behind on Jennings. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Luke Walsh talking about outside zone running backs are great at turning the corner, and the 49ers are great at turning the corner as well. TC 49er. Rob, hope you having a great time because we great time watching with. I hope you're having a great time watching with me because I am having a fantastic time doing this. Cheers to all of you for celebrating this with me. I feel like I got Niners fans here with me in Portland, celebrating as one. Paul Murray, do the Niners do so well against the Rams because Kyle knows Sean's thinking so well? There's something there. There's something there, Paul. He has Sean McVay's number through and through. I mean, many times these games just get out of hand. And they are the physical type that let's be honest, I think players get embarrassed by. I'm guessing that the Rams are as embarrassed by this loss as we were last week against Arizona. I'm glad that we don't have to play them 2 weeks in a row because I guarantee they come out and take it out on somebody next week. I believe it. The curse of Gore. I don't think I've seen that before, nor have I heard of any curse of Gore. I got my Gore jersey right here out of the frame. The other signed jersey that I got here in the office. Gore, my favorite 49er running back of all time. Kyle kept the ball on the ground. Hopefully, this is the game plan from now on. You would think that he would learn from this performance. I mean, it was magical to behold. It was something that just couldn't be stopped, and therefore you hope that he takes this page going forward. We dem dudes. Don't think I've seen that name in the chat. If the Niners are turning the corner, are they even able to get a playoff berth, or is it too late? It is not too late. The 49ers are only a half a game out of that 7th seed. The 2 teams that they're tied with, Atlanta and Minnesota, they play both of them. Carolina is ahead of them. That's a half game ahead. But let's be real. Is Carolina a consistent team, or are they inconsistent on a week-to-week basis? I'm going inconsistent. Chris Lee, Niner gang. Yes. Kim Adams admits, I thought it was going to be a blowout, but not that way. It did go the other way. People weren't expecting it. Francisco, thank you. Hell yeah, Rob. This is the positive vibe place to be. Yes, it is. It's what we're all about on this channel. Positivity, glass half full, 49er faithful, not being unrealistic, not kidding ourselves about it, but staying freaking positive. Chris Lee, let's go. Let's do this. Deebo Samuel fan, yes, he was. Kyle was in his bag like there was chips at the bottom. Kyle was in his bag like there was chips at the bottom. My goodness, that is nicely done, Deebo Samuel fan. Almost as nicely done as Deebo Samuel on the field today. Ryan coming in. What's up, Rob? Great win. If we play like this, can't lose. Doesn't it seem like this is the team we were waiting to see all year, 49er faithful, and they have arrived. Todd coming in with the super chat. Thank you, Todd. Cheers to you. That was magical. 2019 magical. It was so fun to see the players ball out like that. I have to agree wholeheartedly with you, Todd. That was very reminiscent of 2019. Very reminiscent of 2019, where they just got all over teams. Positive momentum. They got rolling. They turned the ball over. They played smart. They executed. They bowled people over. Unbelievable to this point. Todd, I am so thrilled with that freaking victory. So thrilled. Oh my goodness. I gotta call this out. Osler is my very first YouTube member. Over the weekend, I put in the YouTube membership where we're going to open up some features. I'll roll out a video that lets you know what the various levels have to offer, but there will definitely be a call-in show. I've wanted to get a call-in show going for some time. There's some risk involved with doing a call-in show on YouTube. For me, I don't want to lose my channel, and therefore having a members-only call-in show seemed like the best way to do it, because then people who are on the call-in show have some skin in the game as well. I'll definitely roll out some that lets people know about the membership. But, I mean, I just have to say congratulations to my very first YouTube channel member. Absolutely. Richard coming into the chat. Here we go. How about Brunskill versus Donald? Donald literally took apart the best guard, Quentin Nelson, earlier in the season. But line Donald up against Brunskill, Donald becomes human. I mean, he still, let's be clear, he still wreaks some havoc on a couple of plays because he's Aaron Donald. He is Aaron frickin' Donald. But he got handled by Brunskill. Tide Pods, I had faith since the video you released. Thank you. I try to inspire. I try to provide some uplifting content throughout the week. When the 49ers lose, let's not lie. I get down. And my Monday show is generally an emotional reaction to a win or a loss. I will be tomorrow, Tuesday show over on Aaron's channel, 49ers First Takes at 1 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern. I will be elated. I will be letting the positivity flow. And then midweek, I'll move on to Jacksonville. Jim coming in. How do you think Niners stack up against the rest of the NFC? Okay. This is a great question. I think that the NFC has 5 teams at the top, and the Rams are one of those. And obviously we know now how the 49ers stack up against the Rams. What I can guarantee you is the Rams want nothing to do with the 49ers in the playoffs. They do not want to come up against this San Francisco team as the 7th seed. They do not want to see that. But after those 5 teams, it's a hot mess. After that, Carolina, Atlanta, Minnesota, Seattle's still in there, even though they're well behind, well behind. A game and a half behind us, I believe it is. But we stack up very well against the teams that we're competing with for the 6th or 7th spot in the playoffs. I think that is absolutely a possibility for the San Francisco 49ers team. We should not give up hope on the playoffs yet. Not at all. And we will be that type of freaking team that nobody wants to play. James Torres, whoa, I am so pumped up every time when I'm about to give up hope. The Niners always do this to me. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Yes, indeed. We them dudes asking for a prediction. Here we go. We them dudes. Schuh, let's hear your prediction. What's the Niners record come season end? Oh, goodness gracious. We them dudes. I think we can go 10-6. There, I said it. I think we can still go 10-6. I need to go back through the games and do an official prediction of it, and I'll work on doing that this week. But you want the off the cuff? There it is. I think it's possible. I absolutely think it's possible. Joe J. Flight is right. John York needs to come visit frequently. It sparks something. John York, you are hereby invited to every single practice for the remainder of the season. Please. He's a nice dude. I had the privilege of meeting him at the beginning of the game in Minnesota, season opener 2018. He was walking around the stands. My wife and I were there with some of her family. He was giving out Niners pins to people, taking pictures. Just a really cool dude. And I appreciate that. I appreciate people who are kind. Yes, I do. John Schuh coming in. So apparently Jimmy Ward is the most important player on this team. The defense just can't function without him. I hope that's the answer. Jimmy Ward was balling out. Just balling out. Francisco, thank you for that. Super chat. Keep the channel up. You know that I will. You know that I will with support from folks like you, from everyone who is here on the channel coming in. Man, I am appreciative, very appreciative. People getting excited about the Kittle pancake. Yes, indeed. That was fantastic. Chris pointing out, pretty crazy 180 from last week to today. Yeah, every 49er fan that was, panicking, about to burn their jerseys, they are back. They are back in the building because the 49ers won. Big time win. Big time win. Sports guy forever coming in. If this is a sign of things, this 49ers team could legit make over 500, make a decent run in the playoffs. If this is a sign of things, this 49ers team could legit make over 500. They could be above 500. They could make a decent run in the playoffs. I agree, sports guy forever. If this is who they are, if they can keep hold of this identity, watch out. Ethan M. Jimmy played extremely well. One of the best games I've seen from him. I still think Trey is the way. Next season, though. I still think you work Trey in and in another game where you're not playing the Rams, and had you gotten up, I would have liked to have seen the rookie get in for a few snaps. But man, Jimmy was on a roll. There was no need to disrupt the rhythm. There was no need to mess with what was working. I'm glad they stuck with it. What the hell do I know anyway, right? Damn. Sports guy saying should beat the Jags, get to 5-5. And then points out that, yes, that Vikings game becomes huge. It is huge. The Vikings and the Falcons remain on the schedule, both very beatable and both competing with the 49ers for the remaining playoff spots. Alberto coming in. Niners are an enigma. Win without Mike McGlinchey and Hurd. Let's go. All right, little sarcasm in there. You got me. I thought it was going the serious route, and then you pointed out that yes, we were able to win without Mike McGlinchey at right tackle and without Jalen Hurd, who's not played a regular season snap for the Niners. Cheers to Jalen Hurd. I can't make fun of someone who's losing their career too much, right? I can chuckle at it, but don't want to pick on him too much. I wish him the best in whatever he does. Raiders still own California. I don't know. I mean, that'd be a fun matchup. Let's see. Chang coming in. Ryan's defense is a coin flip right now. I like him, and I hope he finishes strong. Yeah, the jury is still out on that one, right? Because you've seen some lackluster performances. And then you've seen the first game against Arizona, this game against the Rams. When he is on, he is on. Jim Watkinson pointing out that he thinks the Niners are going 9-8 to finish the season. I think 9-8 may still make the playoffs. It's a question mark, and it could come down to tiebreakers, but certainly 9-8 is a possibility for making the playoffs. Brandon coming in. 49ers are fully capable of pulling something off. Yes, y'all have the talent. That's why I didn't take the spread or money line on this game, LOL. I still am on the fan side. I think it's coaching. I think you're right. What I saw tonight was a confident game plan. It was getting back to their identity, getting back to the run first, run it down their throats, and don't stop running until they force you to. Debo saying, hell with it. We're running the table. Let's do this. 10-7, 11-6. Let's do this. I would love it if the 49ers could get to 11-6 this season. Damn it, that would be fantastic. Manila Kid, Kyle will go back to pass happy next game, LOL. Defense played great. You would think that these types of games would serve as the wake-up call needed to stick to their offensive identity. Hopefully we see it again against Jacksonville next week. Harold, agree wholeheartedly. Jimmy Ward is awesome. Lit it up. Cannot do anything but praise that man. Milton's not buying it. Milton says, one win and all y'all yelling Super Bowl. It was a tune-up game on D. Hey, it was a big win. I'm definitely not yelling Super Bowl, but I stay hopeful. I stay optimistic. This win proves to me that the 49ers can be who I thought they could be if they can put it all together for a full game for 60 minutes. Aztec bullied the Rams with few penalties. Still a couple of penalties that need to get cleared up. Too many false starts for a home game where you're able to take advantage of the silent crowd. That to me is still something we got to hem up. Sports Guy 10-7 is his prediction. 100% Blackman saying 6-2 over the last 8 games could slip them into the playoffs. Yes, indeed, it's possible. So you're telling me there's a chance. Harold calling out Kittle, blocking like a beast. He blocked like an absolute animal out there. Absolute animal. Milton, hey, man, you're entitled to that idea that they ain't back and maybe you need to see him win a couple in a row. For me, I'm celebrating the breaking of the Levi curse that had built up for 383 days we hadn't won there. Done. That's out the door now. We got a dub. And it's great that it was Rams bookending that Levi cursed stretch as well. John Garcia, that was a great game. That's the Niners I know. That's what I kept yelling at the screen, that this is the team I foresaw. This is the team that I know. This is the offensive identity that I'm familiar with. This is what I want to watch as a fan. Physically beating up on teams. Now, I get that you can't do that every single week, but you can run the ball every single week. You're not going to get 40 carries and completely obliterate the other team like the 49ers did to the Rams tonight. Maybe not, but you certainly can stick to your identity. You can force teams to respond to how you play them instead of the other way around. Alberto, the Niners did not shoot themselves in the foot today. No, they did not, and that was very important. We Dem Dudes, what do you think is the reason for the big decline in Bosa's sacks this year compared to his rookie year? There actually hasn't been. He is now, at 8 or 9 sacks, and he had 8.5 his rookie year. Like, he has as many sacks or very close to it right now, halfway through the season, as he did in his rookie year. There's a drop-off, I think, in his potentially in his quarterback hits, but I think his quarterback pressures, he's having a year, man. He is having a year. He has disappeared in 1 or 2 games. That was unfortunate, but he's having a statistical year for sure. Chang coming in. Teams have film on Bosa to prep for him. Now it's time for Bosa to respond. He responded at the end of the game, didn't he? Just bull rushed through. Chris talking about you've got to sprinkle Trey in next season. We'll be rocky if we don't build him up. That's what I'm talking about. Get some snaps for Trey. I agree. There was no time for him this game. You were just dialing it up, Kyle Shanahan. You were in your bag as if there were chips at the bottom, to steal a quote from one of my 49er faithful in the chat. He was just eating McVay alive. And so, yes, this game was not meant to bring in Trey Lance, but man, you got to find snaps for the guy. You have to. That's my belief. Vicky, hello, Vicky. Finally, we played a great game against a quality opponent. Yes, you can no longer say the 49ers have not beaten a quality team. The Rams are a very good team. 7-2 coming into the night. 7-3 going out. Hector, I think, or as my opinion, it's not Garoppolo will bring 49ers to the Super Bowl. I think that's true. This is my premise of, if the Niners are going to sneak into the playoffs, if they're going to be a team that other teams don't want to come up against, how magical would it be if Trey Lance got to a point where he was ready to contribute at that point? Defenses would have no tape on him. He would be like Kaepernick was for his first 4 or 5 games, where it just felt unstoppable. If you can sneak into the playoffs and have that ace up your sleeves, you can't tell me what's going to happen. I mean, just amazing. Just all I need is a chance, people. Andrew coming in. Let's go, 49ers. Let's get this. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. I don't like to pile on, but the Niners are 1-0 since releasing Jalen Hurd. That is true. It was unfortunate that we kept the roster spot for Jalen. I wish him the best wherever he goes, but it did feel like we let go of a couple of players that probably could have contributed, trying to keep him on. Let go of one player that could have contributed. I mean, it would have been nice at some point to have Wayne Gallman in there when all those injuries occurred at running back. Benjamin Roberts, Raiders got evicted by California. They got the boot. They are in Las Vegas. Andrew Ward with the pick 6. Ward was electric tonight. Just electric. So thrilling to watch him have a good game. Big Drew wants me to free OBJ. Free him, he says. Steve, Sam in the UK, still 5 a.m. in the UK, still celebrating. Steve, celebrate. That is what tonight is, or tomorrow morning is all about, celebration. Chris, does anyone else own Debo in fantasy? Yes, I own him in 4 out of 6 leagues because I tripled down. That value was obscene in my mind. I knew Debo was having himself a 1,000-yard season. I had no idea he was going to dominate like he has so far. But yes, I am glad that I went heavy on Debo Samuel. Marcus, let's not get ahead of ourselves. If we lose Debo, it's over. Dude wins every game for us. Hey, we're getting more weapons back. Today was a combination. Debo, Elijah Mitchell, and George Kittle. If Brandon Ayuk can continue to round into form, I like Jawan Jennings as the third wide receiver because he opens up blocking in the run game. That, to me, could be the recipe for success where you're not completely reliant upon one player. Because I agree, it's an over-reliance at this point. C. Vang, gotta be hopeful. Finally healthy enough. Yes. LA was not ready for the bright lights. They weren't ready for San Francisco, baby. Came at them. Ethan M., this was a prime example of the talent on our team put in the right positions. Well said, Ethan. Indeed. Put in the right position to be successful. Manila Kid coming in with the super chat. Big time. Cheers to you, Manila Kid. I appreciate it. Getting my water down here. Keeping my voice up. Bay Area owns LA. Hashtag 49ers. It feels good to beat LA. Doesn't it, 49er faithful? It feels real good. Julio coming in. Jimmy Ward on fire. Yes, indeed. Sean Dunn. That was legit Packers 2019 NFC Championship duplicate. Nuts. Hard to do that in a game, in and out. Still will need Jimmy to play best Jimmy to get past our schedule. Week 18, maybe epic. Yes, let's point out that at the end of the season, we play the Rams again. And that game could mean something for both teams. Holy moly, that is going to be fantastic. Ryan coming in. Ryan Woldridge. Hi, bro. Will the Panthers beat Washington this weekend? Man, I hope that Washington can beat Carolina. We need Carolina to lose. That is the one team we do not play that is going to be competing with us. We play the Vikings, and we do play the Falcons. The Falcons, yep. Ooh, look at this. C. Vang in fantasy picked up Debo off free agency in the beginning of the season, coasted since then. Keep on coasting. Keep on coasting. Big Drew, we can make a run. If we make the playoffs with Kyle and his running game, Rams are on the ropes playing against us. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Gustavo, 4K Rob, let's go. Indeed. Hey, if you are excited, do me a favor, hit the like button if you would, because that helps amplify my positive nature out to more Niner faithful that need to hear that message of said positivity. Yes, indeed. Robert Vang wasn't buying the guy saying that Bosa's in sack decline. No, he's not. He has had a couple of games where he is, been held without. But that's the rest of the D-line has been struggling. They need more pressure. I mean, Omenihu may be the missing piece. Who knows? Omeni what? Omeni who? Yes, indeed. Sean Dunn coming back in, putting that on tape makes the defensive coordinators plan for that. Then you can switch it up and open the play action and really become dangerous. Take those shots. Yes. Finishing the quote. That's the Niners team and game calling no one wants to see. Thank you, Sean. That is absolutely right. When you can run the ball and set up the play action to take those deep shots, goodness gracious, you become somewhat unstoppable on offense. Felipe, let's go, Rob. Ward, Debo, and Shanahan finally called what we best at. Yes, they did. And indeed, Jimmy Ward set the tone. Yes, he did. Set it twice. Set it twice. Julio is getting a little hyperbole here. I don't know. This is early to say Elijah Mitchell is Frank Gore, but he certainly is fantastic. I hope he turns out to be a fraction of what Frank Gore is, and I will be thrilled. James Torres coming in. Hufanga is going to be so good. He's playing more and more like a starter. He has a nose for the football that is critical on defense, and he runs at the point of contact with such freaking fervor. It is fantastic. He's got a nose for the ball. I hope we see more of him going forward. Ryan is a new subscriber. Thank you for calling that out. Hey, if you're here and you don't subscribe and you like the content, please like it, subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you know when I go live. I appreciate each and every one of you joining this channel. Yes. Ryan wants to know, will the 49ers win this weekend? I think they will, but I'm celebrating tonight. I'm not thinking about Jacksonville. Jacksonville is tomorrow. Tonight is celebration. Tonight is the 49ers winning. Just taking it to the bank against the Rams. Unbelievable. Do I think we can make the playoffs? Is that Josu? Give me a pronunciation so I don't butcher it, but I think Josu. Yes, I think we can make the playoffs. I really do. I think that 9 and 8 might make the playoffs this year. It would take a tiebreaker, you would think, at 9 and 8. But absolutely, can the Niners get to 9 and 8? They play two of the teams they need to knock off. If they can win both of those, that is big. Mook, yes, for some reason, we got the Rams number. Yes, we do. Through and through, don't we? I mean, it is pretty spectacular. Bryant Culp, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Great show tonight. Great show because of all of you joining it and the comments in the chat. Mario, I needed this win. Me too. The damn Cowboy fans at work are getting annoying. Oh, Mario, I can't imagine. Cowboys fans can be pretty brutal. Not as bad as the Seahawks fans that I've got up here around Seattle, but pretty damn brutal. Hypnotic coming in. I said pregame that everyone just has to have a little faith, and the talent finally coalesced into a team. T-E-A-M team. Hypnotic called it. Hypnotic was in here talking about the 49ers and their chance at stealing this victory tonight, and they snatched that chain. Yes, they did. Once fighting. One game at a time. Let's enjoy this win. Yes, indeed. That's how I am feeling. That's what I want to do tonight. Just celebrate a little bit. Melvin coming in. Rob, I've come to the conclusion that Debo deserves that second contract. Yes, he does. And it's going to be a doozy. That's the technical term for a contract that is going to potentially break the bank. We will call that a doozy. Les Fallen comes in. Yo, Rob, it's always a better week after a Niner win. Yes, it is. especially after a Monday night win versus a division rival. That feels good. Mr. Cartier, I won a lot of money today, period. Debo, I can't tell if that's a goat. I think it's a goat. Young goat. Young goat. I'm glad that you won a lot of money today. That is the way to win it on the 49ers trouncing the Rams. Yes, indeed. We have got Rams fan has entered the chat. Good win, 49ers. Just have our number. But I do blame Coach Matt Nagy for this loss. Matt Nagy gets a lot of blame on this one. A lot of blame going around. Don just has a simple message. FLA. FLA. Yes, indeed. Mook is feeling the pain. It's the Cowboys fans. The Cowboy fans are brutal. Yes, they are. Marcus coming in. Truly believe Trey Lance could have just as many wins this season, if not more, than of Jimbo, especially if he got all the preseason reps and support from the organization. That might be true. I don't know that I have the evidence one way or the other to make a determination on it. What I'll say tonight, though, and the last 2 games on top of that, is that Jimmy has not been the issue, and tonight was great. I mean, highly efficient. If you could get this Jimmy game in, game out, then I think that the fervor for starting Lance would quiet substantially, because this is a veteran presence, a calm, an execution, a mindset, a toughness. This is something that a locker room can get behind, this type of performance that you're seeing tonight. But most of the time you don't get that. You get good Jimmy with bad Jimmy. You get the inconsistency. And that's when I can relate to, pulling the trigger on switching. And you could be right that by this point, Trey may have picked up enough of the offense to be dangerous, right? Especially if he was getting the snaps. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't know that I can back it up with evidence at this point. Mr. Cartier, Carolina and Saints, only teams in front for the 7th spot in the playoffs. Yes, and both are inconsistent teams. We play the other 2 that we're fighting with, Minnesota and Atlanta, who are tied with us at the 4-5 record spot. This thing is wide open for that 6th and 7th spot. People, once he's fighting, Bosa gets held all the time. It was on a replay tonight, getting the chokehold. Thank you. It is crazy. He gets none of the calls. None of them. You would think he would get half of them, because after it happens, you have to call it out. Maybe Bosa's not doing a good enough job of going up to the refs and politely saying, excuse me, but could you keep an eye out for that fine gentleman that seems to like wrapping his arm around my neck and attempting to choke me as I'm on my way to the quarterback? Because you see it, someone calls it out on tape, you see it live, and then it gets called out, and then you see it again, and it doesn't get called that time either. It's frustrating. Definitely need the refs to watch a little more tape. Bosa is getting held. Gustavo is reminded of James Robinson by the great Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell reminds me of James Robinson, the undrafted running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We will see him next week. You will get to watch them on the same field in Florida. Ethan M. coming in here. Maybe this type of win will give the juice. Will give the team the juice it needs going forwards. They needed to see they can be good. They needed to dominate a team, and this was exactly that. Exactly that. James, does Donald know who Debo is yet? He better. He better, because that disrespect will not fly, man. The dude does not abide on that disrespect. Indeed. William, I bet Aaron Donald know who Debo is now. Joshua in English, but it's Josue, basically. Josue, okay. Nice. I like it. Josue, I'm putting that in the old ticker up there, in the old noodle. I may forget it, Josue, but I am going to absolutely try to recall that the next time I see it. Josue. Once he fighting, you see his TD celebration? Yes, I did. I was loving the celebration on the field. Don't forget, this is a great call out by Ace209 coming out of the Stockton area code. Don't forget about Jeff Wilson Jr. He got positive yards every time he ran the ball. They talk about Jeff Wilson Jr. having that switch that he turns on where he goes to a dark place. We needed that. The 49ers needed everyone to find that dark place and get physical and dominate on the field. And it happened. It happened. Sean coming in. I hope the offense can stay at this pace and remain healthy. We actually beat AD and VM ass. That would be Aaron Donald and who's VM? Why am I missing VM? Oh, McVay, maybe? With Compton and Brunskill and more. Impressive. Should be a huge confident boost. No screens today. Wow. Yes, the defense was phenomenal today. Dawn coming in. Yes, definitely feels good since we needed the W. I freaking needed this, people. My day was a rough one, a personally rough day. I'm glad I get to celebrate this 49er victory with fellow 49er faithful. Thank you for being here with me. Dante coming in. This was by far their most impressive win since the NFC Championship. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right. Catching up in the comments here. Oncey. UC Wilson trucked that defender. Damn, that looked like it hurt. There was some hitting going on the field today. James wants to know, and this is fair, why not play Trey those last 5 minutes? I really don't get it. I think it was a victory lap for Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Kyle was showing respect to his starting quarterback who had a hell of a game. And he did. I was before the game. You can go back and watch my pregame pump-up show. I was predicting the Niners to win, but I wanted snaps for Trey Lance. I absolutely did, and I was wrong about that. The way this game played out, I am thrilled that they did exactly what they did. Exactly. All right, Sean's fired up. No chance we lose to the Jags. Urban Meyer watched this game and shit his pants. He hasn't played a team with this brutal run game. If Jimmy converts third down, it's simple. We win, top, and game over. Boom. James, complete win. I agree, Dante. Instant classic, much like your writings. Ooh, I need to see Dante's writings. Yes, indeed. The Curse of Gore. Not a Jimmy fan, but he has a quick strike ability that Trey doesn't have. This game, he didn't try too hard, and he took what was given. Yes, and on the plays where it was clear he was going to need to take a sack, he pulled the ball down to avoid the sack fumble. I was thrilled to see that. There are so many fumbles that could be avoided by Jimmy just when the pocket collapses on him. Just pull the ball down. If you can escape the pocket, take it back out and throw it. But until then, protect the football. We cannot have the turnovers. Justin, what's up, Justin Shaw? Can't even make the pass. He hasn't proven his accuracy at all. With Jimmy's Super Bowl without him, lose almost every game. Please stop and support Jimmy. He's a guy. End of story. I am definitely supporting Jimmy at this point. At this point, Harold wants to know, is Grant going to kill my happiness tonight? I wonder what negative take he has on this 49ers win. I don't think there's going to be any negativity from Grant tonight. I think his dad was all fired up. Lowell was tweeting out a storm, and they were great tweets. And Lowell was talking about how he physically dominating the Rams and how impressed he was. And I had to concur. Absolutely. Absolutely. George Bailey saying we are 5 hours the Rams kryptonite. We are 5 hour, the Rams kryptonite. We are definitely the Rams kryptonite. The 5 hour may be a typo. I'm not sure there. Okay, this is a good question here. Mr. Cartier, really still wondering why we're not playing Trey Sermon, though. I think he's another Debo type player. I am confused by this. Like, you got down to the end of the game. Elijah Mitchell had a ton of carries, and you didn't want to plug in Trey Sermon for a few of the end-of-game hits so that he could absorb some of those hits and keep Elijah fresh? That was an odd one to me. There's got to be more to this story when it comes to to Trey Sermon. I see the VM is Von Miller. I can't believe I couldn't get that. Yes, Von Miller is VM, and that should have been quite obvious. Indeed. All right, back to Sean here. It's incredible how well the 49ers play when defense complements offense. Keep D on sideline and score. Then the D comes in pumped. 3 and outs, and our D gives up points. Simple, and allows Shanny to shine. Yes, also critical, not turning the ball over. Because when that defense gets rushed out onto the field after a turnover, so far this season, they have not been good. They've given up points most every time. Jared calling out, they looked great, Rob. Yes, they did. The 49ers were dominant tonight. We are celebrating. We are happy. We are here as members of the faithful. As the faithful go. Yes, indeed. I don't know what that was. I was trying to just fill some silence as I was looking through the comments here. I see now that it was a reference to Dante writing the Divine Comedy. I should have also gotten that. That much is clear. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sean, as long as this game, the same group of guys stays healthy, they will build continuity and can only get stronger. That's how 2019 was built. Yes, indeed. Shiba Inu? Shiba Inu. Sports guy forever. Are 49ers legit after this win or no? I do think we need to see some more. Celebrate tonight, Niner faithful. Celebrate this win. This is a legit win. No question about it. This is a legit win. And are the 49ers a complete team? Can they put up 60 minutes of this type of football a couple of times in a row? That we don't have the answer to. But I'm not asking that question tonight. Tonight, I am celebrating. Tonight, I am happy. Tonight, we beat the Lambs. Yes, we did, Jared. Austin coming in. Respect to the 49ers. Respect to the 49ers. That is a positive. Sports guy wants to know, will the 49ers make the wild card or no? Yes, I think they will. Amin says, dude, you serious? Yes, I am very, very serious. I don't think he was talking to me there. Eli talking about supposedly the Rams were the best. They were good for sure, and the 49ers absolutely handled them. Eli, oh, how the tide turns. Yes, indeed. Interrupts coming in. Now let's just hope we can win next week and the Panthers lose to Washington and Vikings and Saints lose as well. That would be huge. Huge. Edward coming back in. 49ers making wild card barring injuries. Give it a month. Contenders separate in December. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Hey, we have reached the end of the comments here. I'm caught up on them. I am just thrilled. I need to go hang out and celebrate this one. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this show. I'm so thrilled that you were here to come and join in celebrating this 49ers victory. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you do like the content, I invite you to subscribe. If you like the video, please do hit the like button. I really, really would appreciate it. It does amplify my voice and get it out to more Niner faithful. And that is absolutely what I want. George, I got to acknowledge this. Yes, it is rough up here in Portland. He says, I feel for you, Rob. My wife has some family from Seattle. It's rough out there. Yes, it is. Thank you to all. Thank you for saying thank you. You are welcome. Oh, we got a new subscription. Heck yeah. Please, if you like it, subscribe. Harold, thank you. Hit the likes if you can. I appreciate it. It was a great show, and it was great because of all of you coming in here and celebrating with me. Here's to you, Niner Faith.